Hey everyone, and welcome to another High Guardian Spice review. We're on episode 10. So we start off this episode with Rosemary telling a spooky story to her friends like Slime Boy, Parnell, and those characters. Her spooky story is coinciding with the fact that Thyme and Parsley are out alone in the rain. Parsley followed Thyme out there to see what she was doing, see if she needed help, because she's a concerned friend. And Thyme reveals to Parsley that she's planning to summon a demon, which is obviously not a good idea, which Parsley is right to point out. And the reason why she's going through this great risk of summoning a demon is because she wants to call her father. No, I'm not kidding. That is probably the worst reason to ever summon a demon.
This is a terrible idea.
Keep in mind that the last episode, she was going to travel to the fairy woods to talk to her father. I don't know why she didn't just do that if she needed to talk to him so badly. Why does she need to instead travel to this spooky cave and summon a demon to talk to her father when she could just travel straight to the woods to talk to her father? Also, do you need to summon a demon in order to communicate with someone from far away? Isn't there any other magic that can do the same thing? Don't you know a mage that you can just ask, hey, Sage, can you use your new magic terrasphere that can do anything so that I can talk to my father? No. None of those things are options because High Guardian! Anyway, she suspects that when she talks to her father and tells her about the magic healing water, he might be able to make his own magic healing water. If he was able to make his own magic healing water, then I don't know why there wouldn't be this endless surplus of magic healing water if it can be made. I mean, before they were building it up as though it's this mystic material that comes from the earth and it can only be made naturally. Now they're presenting this idea that, oh yeah, it can be made by hand. Why isn't this magic healing water on the market yet? I mean, really. Now, as a side story to the whole demon summoning thing, Rose and Sage are kind of coming off their fight. Sage is still mad at Rose, and Rose is kind of the opinion that they should have been over this already by now. And I honestly gotta agree with Rose on this one. But Sage is kind of just holding out that grudge until she gets an apology.
Is that a thing? Yup, that's what's happening!
In the meantime, she's been spending a lot of time with Snapdragon. Now, apparently, them spending time together has also made Amaryllis upset because she wants to spend time with Snapdragon and she doesn't want her friend taken away from her. Oddly enough, in the last episode, it seemed as though she was going to be supportive of them. So this is kind of a character change. So she decides to pull a prank on them to cast this magic spell that will release their most embarrassing memories for the whole entire school to see. And Rose agrees to help her because I guess Rose doesn't have anything better to do. I don't know.
I'm leaving this area because I've got independent person things to do.
So we get to see Sage and Snapdragon talking together, and she kind of talks about why she's still fighting with Rosemary. Snapdragon, noting that she cannot stop talking about Rose, inquires if she has a crush on Rose, which creates the whole anime moment like, hooah, no I don't. And I guess Snapdragon takes this at face value because immediately after he is trying to kind of flirt with her, like, oh, I guess if you don't have your eyes on someone else, I'm gonna just inch my hand closer to yours now. And right before Amaryllis casts the spell on them, Rose suddenly has a change of heart and tries to grab her wand to prevent the spell from casting, but instead they just cast it on each other, which releases all of their most embarrassing childhood memories. But hey, let's get back to the demon summoning, huh? So Thyme finally gets the demon that she wanted to be summoned. She's safe so long as she stays behind this salt circle, so she's trying to make a deal with the demon. She says, I want you to call up my dad for me. And he says no and starts relaying to her a prophecy in rhyme. I don't know why. And even though Also, she has no reason to believe this prophecy, which she straight up states, "Why should I believe you? You're a demon." As soon as he prophesizes her dad being killed, she immediately freaks out and ruins the salt circle that she's behind.
Why should I believe a demon? Killed? No.
So now she is vulnerable to the demon, and yes, they get into a fight. A very, very janky fight. And Thyme unfortunately has no idea how to undo the summoning for this demon, so all they can do is kill it. Which people have, of course, mentioned is kind of messed up. Especially since she's the one who summoned the demon to begin with. To think that she would at least have the precaution to have an undo summoning spell somewhere, but no. She just has to kill the demon. Also, she never had to summon this demon to begin with, like I said before.
Unhelpful. Much like this plan.
Now, meanwhile, Rosemary and Amaryllis are in the school collecting their memories into bottles. One of Rose's memories is the memory of her mom leaving her, which runs into the room where Sage is. Why that is classified as an embarrassing memory is beyond me. And this is when Rosemary finally apologizes to her. Sage apologizes back.
I don't think you're boring or bad or anything like that. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to explode at you the other day. So, you tried to be friends with Amaryllis.
She never told you that. Why are you... She never said that. Afterwards, you know, Amaryllis kind of talks to Snapdragon a little bit and asks if he's mad because she tried to fuck with him with magic. And he's like, no, I'm not mad. But you know, you don't have to be mean all the time. And she's like, yeah, I do. Then we get the conclusion to Thyme and Parsley. It's so weird because at the beginning of this episode, she's acting like her and Parsley aren't friends, even though we've gone through this whole rigmarole over and over again. It's like, didn't we finish this in the cave where they all said that they're all friends? But no, once again, Parsley needs to reaffirm to Thyme that they are, yes, in fact, friends! Also, if you're wondering where has Olive been this whole time, you get like one scene with her in a vague attic somewhere. She's just, I guess, recovering. She's talking to herself, which is the best part of this. She's like, oh yes, Smoky Cloud is sending someone to come help me. Can't wait for next episode. Great foreshadowing! Anyway, yeah, the demon nonsense was so stupid. People are totally right to be criticizing that as much as it's been criticized. There is no reason for her to summon that demon, and it is hilariously stupid that she would summon a demon without any plan to unsummon it.
Bad idea.
As far as the whole prank with the bad memories thing goes, that's like kind of an interesting concept to have your most embarrassing memories being showcased around the school and that being a prank. I'm just not really super convinced about the whole Amaryllis and Rosemary teaming up because Snapdragon and Sage are spending too much time together. Like I said, it didn't really seem like Amaryllis had those feelings in any of the other episodes, and there's really no reason why Rose agreed to do the prank in the first place.
We're out of options.
Are you? You've tried like 0 things.
But this is, for the most part, a filler episode because there is no furthering of the plot. I mean, if you count her making up with Sage to be furthering of the plot, is like, I guess, but they really shouldn't have been fighting for this long in the first place. Sage got called boring, Rosemary got called annoying. Oh my god, stop the planet from spinning! We need to fix this. They emphasize the importance of saying sorry so much in this show that it really does feel like a kid's show. Like, it really feels like it's talking down to you. But we still have episodes to watch, so you're gonna have to hang in there, buckaroo. Let me know what you thought about the episode down below in the comments section. Like the video if you did enjoy this review, and subscribe for more reviews. They're gonna come out every Monday. And we're almost done. God forbid they make a season 2 and I have to keep going. But that'll be all for today. See you guys next time. Bye!